Gordon, will you not be able to make it to today's meeting? Did you have to go into work or something today?
Nope, I've been around the house all morning. I've been eating a pizza and watching some movies.
What? You've been at home this whole time? Well, then you need to hurry up and come to the clinic right now. I told you already to bring me some change of clothes for today, right?
I'm the one that gets to choose what I do on my day off, right? During the week, I have to work hard every single day, so it'd be nice to actually have my weekends off.
Then when you get time, could you please bring me a change of clothes? I don't have any clean clothing left, so if you don't come today at some point, I won't have anything clean to wear.
You think I care? I'm not going to that hospital for you. If you want some new clothes to change into, then how about you go to the nearest store and get some?
Wait a second, Gordon? What's happened to you? Why are you getting all upset with me like that? Did something bad happen at work over the week?
This is not about my work, it's about you, Nicole. Tired of having to cater to you all the time. It's why I'm really sorry to say this, but you and I are getting divorced.
Divorced? What is all this about, Gordon?
It's been 3 months now since you got into that accident, right? I can't deal with this kind of a life any longer. The moment I get out of work and come back to the house, there are still all the dishes from breakfast on the kitchen counter. There's no dinner made for me either, and the house looks like a mess. How much longer are you going to stay in that hospital slacking off from all your chores at home?
What do you mean slacking off? I've still been going through therapy for what happened to me after that accident, and the doctors have said that the healing process will take time.
Well, what about you walking again? Last week when I came into the hospital, I was talking with the doctor about you. I asked him how much longer will it take for my wife to walk again so that she can come home and take care of me.
You asked the doctor something like that?
And then the doctor gave me his answer. He told me it would be very difficult for you to get your full mobility back. He then went on to say that a lot of therapy would still be needed, and that both you and I needed to be prepared for that. He then finished the conversation by saying that the best choice would be for me to start doing some of the chores, so that you could have time to focus on healing. What the hell does he think he's saying?
I have been talking with the doctor about my legs as well. He told me there would be a lot of rehabilitation before I'm finally mobile again, but that doesn't mean I won't be able to get around. He said that as long as I'm putting in a lot of effort, I'll be able to start standing on my own again and getting around slowly. And that over time, as long as I keep up with my therapy, I'll be back to how I walked before the accident.
You can work as hard as you want then, but I'm done with all this. I do not have the time to take care of some crippled woman.
Gordon.
You know dang well that I'm a very busy man with a lot of things going on every day. I have work 5 days a week, and that doesn't include the overtime I'm always having to put in to get my tasks done. And I'm always the one that has to go into work on my weekends if something needs to be handled. So I need all the time at home that I can get for myself, so that I'm ready for the next work week. Yet you went and got into that accident, which has now gone and taken all my time away because I have to care for you. Every time I have a day off, it's all about you, needing me to come see you, and me needing to bring you new clothes. I don't want to do any of that for you anymore.
I think you need to calm down a little there, Gordon. I'm really sorry that this accident has caused you to take on a lot of responsibilities. But your wife, of all people, was in that accident and has to be in the hospital for a little while, so you as a husband need to bear with it and support me. Also, the reason I'm in this condition has to do in part with you, Gordon.
Huh? I never had anything to do with you ending up that way, Nicole. You were the one that fell behind me during all of that and got hit.
What?
You really want to start blaming me for what happened to your legs? Wow. How come I was totally fine when that driver started to come at us at the crosswalk? Oh, I know, because I'm actually very fit and was able to move out the way. That maybe if you were actually paying any attention, you could have dodged out the way with me instead of being hit.
You have no right saying that about what happened. You were the one that grabbed my back and pushed me down to get ahead of me. If it wasn't for you throwing me to the ground, we both could have gotten out of that car's way. And then after I was hit by that car, you just stood there doing nothing besides yelling at me to get up. You didn't even bother trying to call the ambulance when all of that happened, Gordon.
Oh, shut the hell up. Anyway, you and I are done with. Divorce. Divorce, divorce, divorce. I'm not gonna care for some crippled woman anymore when it's her own doings that got her there.
Are you serious? You have no regrets or anything for what you just said? Do you not even care that I'm the wife you've been married to for 7 years now and have done so much for you? You're really just going to abandon me now after I ended up getting hurt in an accident you were a part of?
Hey, you want to start getting all upset about it, then be upset at yourself for moving like a dead fish. How dare you even think getting hurt bad enough by that car that you had to be put in a wheelchair when you have more important things to do than sit around? Maybe if you were like me and actually worked out for once, that car wouldn't have busted you up so badly.
Huh?
Next time I come to that hospital, I'll be bringing along the divorce papers. Your right hand still seems to work, so make sure you sign all of them for me. Sorry about today, Nicole. I asked you to come into the office like that for me with no warning at all, but you really did help me out a lot. Thank you so much for all that advice as well.
You don't have to worry about a thing, Ryan. I'm just happy I could be of some help for you. Also, all I really had to do was come into the office and ride around in that wheelchair for a bit, right? Takes me back to the days when I really needed one, you know?
But the fact that you have experience in them has really helped me a ton. The advice you've given me is very real, and will be taken into consideration, of course. Ever since one of my employees had that accident and needs to be in a wheelchair for a bit, I've wondered what all could be done to help make this office a more accessible place for him. So, because of you coming in today to help us out, we will be able to make some changes and get this office building to become even more open and accessible for all.
Just make sure that the first place you work on is that front incline leading up to the door and lobby. It was too steep for even me to muscle up, so that needs to be made longer and shallower. Although the other thing you can do while that construction is going on is having your employee work remotely while they recover.
That's a very good point. But the CEO has made it pretty clear that he doesn't want anyone working remotely. I've been talking with him to try and get some systems implemented to make remote work viable, but that won't be happening overnight.
Oh, is that right?
That's why the only other thing we can do is have our employees take time off until they're a lot better and can walk again. They keep going on about how much they want to come into work and get some things done. They were just made a lead member of our projects team after all. So, no matter how hard I try to get them to stay home, they keep on asking about coming in.
I suppose that must be very tough on you.
Well, so in order to allow them to make it back in, I'm going to work on making this whole office building more accessible. By using this situation as an opportunity to make the company all-inclusive, things will be a lot better for the future. And if we can get all the systems implemented that we need for remote work, everyone will benefit.
I think the same thing. It'll all take a lot of work, but I know you can do it.
Thank you. Having you put some faith into me like that really does get me pumped up. Now I'm going to be getting back to work here. Thank you again for coming in today. You're still in that wheelchair? Weren't you going on about how much effort you put into rehabilitating yourself? Well, look where all that effort has gotten you.
What? Is this your number, Gordon? If this is you, then tell me what you want with me.
Hey, come on, Nicole. I can't believe that after 5 years, I'd see you again. And honestly, I didn't even think you'd answer me after I sent you a message to see if you even remembered me. And you responded to me immediately, huh? Don't tell me these past 5 years has been you just waiting and hoping that I'd talk to you again someday.
Huh?
Well, I'm sure that's the case, ain't it? Even after being hit by that car, you're still in love with me and want me back. You might have gotten divorced from me, but that didn't stop those hopes you had of us getting back together someday.
You're only just getting back in touch with me, so please refrain from talking about me still loving you or anything else that off-putting. I don't want to get back with you ever again, and I didn't even know who this was, and that's why I responded the moment I saw the text come in. So please don't take that the wrong way.
Hey. Well, I don't like you trying to hide the obvious from me, alright? I'm finally getting back in touch with you after 5 years, so please, be honest and open with me.
I really wasn't asking for you to ever talk to me again. Now, tell me, what do you want? Also, where did you end up seeing me today when I was in a wheelchair?
In the office today. In the office. I cannot believe that the company I transferred to would end up having you in the office. Well, When I saw you out the corner of my eye, I was surprised.
At the office? Wait, are you talking about green paper?
Oh, that's the place. To tell you the truth, after I divorced you, I ended up changing jobs and have been succeeding at life ever since. That's why I'm working for such a large company as Green Paper.
Is that right?
Before I came all the way here, I was working for one of their smaller offices, out in the countryside. However, after a little while of showing amazing results to all my higher-ups, they had me moved to the headquarters. So today was the day I came in to check the place out and see where my cubicle was. Then, that's when I saw the one person I never expected, my ex-wife. And to make things even more crazy at the time, you were still in that wheelchair. God, I laughed my ass off so hard in the break room.
I can't believe that today, of all days, you saw me. And hearing that you'll be working in the headquarters now? Ugh, I guess there are some bad coincidences in life as well.
And was I surprised to see a cripple like you working for a large company now? Who thought this company would be alright hiring a divorced and crippled housewife who is no use to anyone?
Excuse me?
Ah, that's right. They probably hired you because you're in a wheelchair, right? All these large companies are doing things like that now, aren't they? Hiring cripples and the mentally unstable to work for them, so people think they're inclusive, right? They wanted to tell all the other useless divorced women that they understand them, and that's why they let you work here. How nice. And with that, you found yourself an easy position inside this Fortune 500 company. You should be thankful now that I let you get hit by that car, right?
What the hell?
Well, even though you have a nice job now that was given to you out of pity, I'm sure things are still very lonely for you, right? Luckily, I'm going to be working with you some, so let's you and I become close again as co-workers, alright?
No thanks. I don't want anything to do with you ever again, Gordon.
Hey, you. Are you sure you want to be talking to me in such a disrespectful way now? There is not another man in this world who cares about a crippled woman beside me.
Well, then let me tell you the truth. I happen to have a man in my life that loves me with every inch of his heart. I don't need you to worry about me for my life to be better than it was before.
Nice try. But don't start talking to me like you don't have a brain now, after you already lost the ability to walk around. Or could it really be true that you cripples are so lonely that you start to hallucinate having partners? Now this must mean you've really gone off the deep end.
Huh?
Well, I'll play nice with you. Take you out to dinner or something, since both you and I were given the chance of meeting one another again. I'll let the useless, crippled, and divorced housewife have one more chance at feeling loved. Yeah, but when you come out to dinner with me, make sure you're not using that wheelchair. I don't want to be embarrassed by having to be seen out in public with a cripple. It's been 5 years now, so you should at least have the strength to walk during a dinner date, right?
You'd better cut that crap out right now. Not only have you not been listening to a word I've been saying, but you keep on talking like you own me or something.
Huh. Why are you getting all upset with me now like that? Ah, perhaps it's because you still can't walk at all. You want to come out to dinner with me so badly. But since you can't walk, the only thing you can do is freak out like an animal, right?
Gordon?
Been 5 years since you got ran over, and you still can't walk even a little. Well, I guess that means your life's over as a woman. You might as well put yourself out of your misery. Don't come into the headquarters ever again, Gordon. What? Are you able to read English? Or are you that mentally impaired that you need a caretaker around to help you out still? I just told you that this office no longer needs someone like you in it, so don't come back. Oh, so what it looks like here on my computer is that you were Gordon Gale, coming in from the office out in Mount Pleasant. And this month, and going into next month, you're supposed to be starting a new position here within the HQ. Well, I'm going to ask that you please stay home from now on, as we start to investigate you here within the company. Within a few days, HR will update you on what's to happen next with you. You can move on from there. What's all this about now? This isn't Nicole, is it? What the hell do you think you're doing showing up out of nowhere, talking a bunch of nonsense? Who the hell are you? I'm Nicole's husband, and I'm currently the COO of Green Papers, the company you've been working for. Huh? Yo, you're that one's husband? And the COO? Calling my wife that one is a little bit rude. Are you really someone this company thought was worth our time? Something tells me by the way you act that you shouldn't have even been allowed to transfer over to the HQ to work with anyone inside it. Wait. This is all so crazy, man. Stop it with all these stupid freaking jokes, will ya? Now tell me who the hell you really are. I have not been joking about anything, Gordon. Now tell me, what part has been crazy to you thus far? Also, I just explained to you who I am. Green Paper's COO. But after what was just going on, how could that be? There's no way she'd be married again. And the man she married is the COO of this company? Nah, man, that's all a load of bullcrap. And that's fine. You go ahead and believe whatever you'd like, but what I've said is all true. I would ask what I can do to make you believe, but you might need to call your caretaker first, right? Stop it with all the messing around, asshole. Can you not see that Nicole got ran over by a car? It's completely useless now. She's nothing more than a cripple. It'll never mean anything to anyone anymore. How the hell did she find someone to marry her? I'm not sure where you got the idea that Nicole is still in a wheelchair, or anything, but as far as everyone else can tell, she's walking around just fine. She did have to take some time to go to physical therapy and all after the accident, but there's nothing wrong with her now. If anything, from my point of view, the only person with anything wrong with them still is you. What? Nicole, she can walk? Yeah, and the way she walks is so beautiful to me. Standing next to her only makes me look better due to how powerfully she stands out. No way. That can't be. But because, she was in a wheelchair today. I saw her in the office. She was still rolling around in that thing like the cripple she is. Well, you just so happened to catch a glimpse of her at a bad time. Also, let's stop calling my wife a cripple, please. Not only is that word hurtful to her, but it's also very hurtful to those who are still dealing with physical disabilities and the like. Who do you think you are, to be calling someone else that when you're the one who needs to be placed in an institution? What? This company has a lot of people working in it, and within all those people are some struggling with disabilities of some sort. There are people who are paralyzed in certain ways, or perhaps have compromised immune systems or struggle with their mental health. There are people who have kids with such things, and those who are taking care of family with such things. Even people who are in wheelchairs or crutches due to injuries. We have all kinds of people working here, yet they all do their part and we thank them dearly for it. We don't care who they are, as long as they are getting the work they can get done. We're all happy. Yet for some reason there seems to be a virus among us, someone who was somehow hired to work for this company, yet does not care about inclusion like the rest of us. They seem to think they're better than everyone else, and can call those who they view as disabled or hurt cripples. What the hell is going on with you, Gordon? Hold on a sec. I'm just being real, okay? People who are crippled have to have others around them in order to be of any use, right? They all think that they can just live life like the rest of us, while causing all sorts of problems for us healthy people. So what you're telling me is that deep down, you feel that those with disabilities and health issues are causing problems for those who are healthy. Well, if that's the case, then the biggest cripple we have in this company is you, Gordon. Just hearing from you that you think of others in such a selfish and ignorant way is troubling to me. Huh? Alright. We figured this one out. You're going to be terminated. There's no way we can have a cripple such as yourself working in this company, as you'd disturb too many healthy people here. We'll make sure to do everything we can here to refrain from hiring those like you, and we'll start by letting you go. What the hell do you think you're doing? Talking like you have any power in the company. Don't think you can just fire me that easy. You should know better than me that you need to have the higher-ups agree with such a thing before they let me go. We'll see about that one. Now please stay home for the rest of the week and wait for HR to contact you. Yo, Nicole, is your husband really the COO of Green Papers or something? I was just called by the HR department and they just told me I'm being fired. I'm being fired from multiple companies within the company.
That's what I expected from the man I love. He's so fast when it comes to work, and that's why I love him. Today I'm going to have to make up his favorite burgers for him to cook on the grill later tonight.
Would you stop screwing around already? It's because of your husband that this is happening to me. Because of him, your ex-husband is losing his frickin' job. How is any of this okay with you?
Huh? It's your own fault that you've been fired by the company, Gordon.
But, by the way, I never even heard about you getting remarried or anything like that. And to this COO, such a large company, why didn't you tell me about that earlier?
Why would I ever tell my ex, who abandoned me after that accident, anything about my life now?
That's right. But it wasn't after the accident, but after the use of your legs didn't come back. And what was that about you riding in the wheelchair in the office? I saw that with my own eyes. Yet I'm being told now that your legs actually healed up fully.
They really did, though. All of that rehab was really tough on me and made me want to give up so many times, but I powered through it. And because of all that, I no longer have to live a life where I struggle with getting around every day.
But then, why were you in a wheelchair that day?
I was asked to do so by my husband. He needed my help getting some advice on how accessible the office was for people in wheelchairs. So I came to the office with my wheelchair and rode around in it for a little bit to get an idea of how things were. Then I went and told my husband about all the goods and all the bads about the building's accessibility.
Is that right?
But you happened to see that for a second and took that as my reality before you began to harass me later that day. All of that fun you had sure was worth being fired over, right? What a frickin' dumbass you are. I was going to stay with you after that accident and try to support you as you recovered from it. But it seems that would have been no use, as even today, 5 years after the accident, your brain trauma is still causing you issues.
Huh?
Now I'm going to get out of here. I have a lot to take care of in this massive house, so it's time to get back to work. I've got to go and clean the front porch and then get dinner going. So, goodbye.
Please, Nicole, don't abandon me, please. You should be able to understand where I'm coming from emotionally right now, correct?
Oh, damn. I thought that goodbye text last week was enough to tell you not to talk to me anymore. Guess this is what my husband meant by you needing your caretaker around you at all times. So what is it now?
Oh, thank God. But I knew you'd still respond to me, even now. You really must still have feelings for me, right?
Huh?
I have some very good news for you. I just got into an accident, and I'm getting admitted to the hospital right now. Do you think you can come and see me? Right now? I would like you to stop by my place and grab both my wallet and some clothing for me.
Oh, hold on. You got into an accident?
I did. I'd been in a bad trance after hearing about how you remarried and because I just lost my job. And, well, as I was daydreaming, I walked out into the intersection on a red light and then I got messed up so badly that I needed to be taken to the ER. For the time being, they're saying I'll need to stay in a wheelchair.
Really?
But you, being the kind and considerate woman you are, wouldn't leave me to rot here, right? Go ahead and just leave that stupid husband of yours and come back to me, please.
Now why would I ever do such a brainless thing? Just do your best with all those painful surgeries you'll have to go through and hope they fix things like they did with me.
How am I supposed to get through all this on my own, though? The doctor is already telling me things aren't looking good at all for my legs, and that even surgery would be a waste of time. I'm being told that after everything is done here at the hospital, I'll need years and years of therapy to even try and get sensation into my legs again.
Well, don't worry about all that. You said it yourself that it only takes 5 years to get enough sensation back into your legs to go out to eat again, right? If it was that easy for you to say such a thing about me, then it must be child's play for you. You'll probably be back on your feet in a year or two, considering you went to the gym all the time, right?
There's no way that'll happen. I can't feel anything. My legs weren't the only thing that got screwed up. My back is all torn apart and so are some of my organs. And worst of all, I'm so lonely and scared right now. Because of this accident, things are already getting so lonely that I want to cry and cry and cry. Are you really going to just leave me like this?
Of course I am. Who wouldn't want to leave some problem-causing cripple like you behind after all? So now that you're aware of how I feel, good luck with all that pain and suffering you'll be exposed to. I hope that someday you'll get your legs back, because if not, you might just be better offing yourself or something. I like to think that those last couple of words from me really got to Gordon mentally, as I never heard another thing from him since. And as for my husband, he was able to really get his company to become more accessible for everyone, and is continuing to try and make things even better. He's even gone and gotten all of the systems implemented that'll allow for people to work remotely if need be, which was a huge accomplishment for him. And because of all his hard work so far, the company has had multiple articles written about the accessibility it's working towards. And this has led to him being accepted as the next CEO after the current one retires. As for what's been going on with my ex recently, he's still been in the hospital recovering from his injuries. However, the doctor's there and talks about having him transferred out of the hospital to a different one because he keeps causing problems for everyone who tries to help him. Also, there happens to be something else I heard about just the other day, and that's that Gordon had another woman. But due to his recent accident and the fact he started to go all crazy from it, she no longer wanted to stay with him. I'm sure there'll be more to come with his story in the future, but not much of it would be good news to anyone's ears.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.